Okay, here we are. How do you like the audio quality? It's new microphone, new content. Yeah, today we're going to be playing a text-based adventure called A Wise Use of Time by Jim Datillo. It is my intention to read everything, but I don't think I've actually read something aloud in years, and I used to be pretty good at it, but talking can really take it out of you if you're not used to it. Plus, I have like a lip ring now, and very rarely, like maybe 1% of the time, it like causes me to kind of have a speech problem with forming certain like lip sounds, consonant sounds, or vowel sounds. I don't really know which one's which, but got a little bottle of water right next to me here. I'm gonna try to get through this. I remember it not being that long, but anyway, I'll just get right into it. The beginning of your new life involves a busy intersection, a speeding truck, a text message, and time stopping. It happens so fast, in the blink of an eye. Actually, with the blink of an eye. While you're walking across 12th and High Streets near that deli with the really strong coffee, a text message on your phone draws your attention. You look up to a green light and divert your gaze right back to your phone's screen. As you pass midway through the intersection, a large object fills the corner of your vision. You hear brakes lock and squeal. Looking up, you spot the massive front grille of a truck in large letters reading Baketown Delivery. You close your eyes as the truck barrels down, but it only takes a second, maybe less. The world goes silent. The noise of cars, the truck's horn, the hum of people talking, the clamor of the city. Your body tenses, and when you peek your eyes open, everything is stopped. And now you stand in the middle of the street, but the truck towers beside you, not 3 inches from your face. The grille of the massive vehicle leans forward at an odd angle, and a billow of smoke rises from its front tires, hanging in air as if painted on invisible canvas. On the corner, a woman points at you, her mouth open to shout, but no sound emits. A bird flies high above you, stuck in the foreground of the sky, hanging in flight with its wings mid-flap. Somehow, it remains suspended. You step away from the truck. Everything in your field of vision stands still, stuck in limbo, locked in the middle of motion. You spin to the side and face the corner you left moments ago. A tall businesswoman in a trench coat trips on a crack in the sidewalk, but doesn't fall. A waiter at an outdoor cafe reaches for money on a table and pours coffee from an urn, the steam of hot liquid seeming never to end. A bus barrels down High Street, its wheels spinning, though it goes nowhere. A cyclist perches next to a parked car. He's balanced upright, though gravity should knock him over. And somehow, you perceive you are the cause of it. You stopped time. In the back of your head, you sense a tickle like ants crawling over your flesh. An energy bubbles inside your brain. You are in control, but for how long? You don't know how you know, but time will start again soon. You feel an intangible compulsion to move, to run, to test your power, to interact with the frozen city. Okay, so I mentioned that I played this game before. It was a very long time ago. I played pretty much like a goody two shoes superhero run in this one, and I think I might try to play a villain in this one. So I'm gonna take a little drink of water here, and I'm gonna think over the options. Mm. Okay, I'm gonna steal the money, and actually I'm gonna steal the money. You walk across the street and hop the short metal rail dividing pedestrians and those sitting in the cafe's outdoor area. The young Asian waiter simultaneously pours coffee in a cup at one table while reaching for a 20 and a $5 bill from the next table. The customer sits and reads the Wall Street Journal, oblivious to the smoldering liquid inches away. You snatch the bills and slip them into your pocket. As you climb back over the fence, you pause and push the cup just out of the path of the steaming coffee. The itch in the back of your head grows into a sharp pain. Your ears buzz, your eyes blur, and a metallic taste rises in your throat. You blink and hear a pop. Opening your eyes, the world moves all at once. The truck's tires squeal as it passes the intersection where you used to be. The bird flutters across the sky. You hear an ear-stinging yowl and turn to the sound. The customer leaps up from the cafe table, knocking his chair over. His pants wear a dark stain over the crotch and lap, and he dances in place while hooting. "You moron!" he yells at the waiter, who tilts the coffee decanter upright. "Sorry, sir. Oh my god, I'm so sorry," the waiter says and glances at the nearby table where the money used to be. You step to the edge of the curb and follow the pack of pedestrians across the street. And so it begins. While you're walking along High Street, your mind races at the thought of what you just experienced. Time stopped, everything froze in place. Had that delivery truck not stalled in time, you would be seriously injured or even dead. But how did you do it? You can't help but feel excited, anxious, inquisitive, hesitant. Again, I am taking the time to drink water at these multiple choice passes, but I'm gonna go inquisitive. Even though I actually do know what's causing this power, I think it would be best for my character to also know, so I can be properly evil. If you can control time, surely there are rules to learn and follow. All you can think about is testing your new ability and gaining more control of it. You recall events from your past where time distorted but never full-on hit the brakes. A softball sailing through the air, your leather mitt extended overhead as you ran through left field. The ball rose through the foreground of a hazy blue sky, and just as it peaked, it slowed for its descent. Noises garbled in the distance, low-pitched and stretched, like a song playing at half speed. Catch it. Back then, you thought the rush of adrenaline made everything else seem slow. And then in college, your freshman roommate partied too hard one October night and danced on the third-floor balcony of Winston Hall. But time slowed then, too, and just as Chris teetered over the edge of the stone rail, you grabbed a leg and pulled the drunk roommate to safety. But nothing like stopping time has ever happened before, only odd moments of distorted clarity. You grew up in a small suburban town in Pennsylvania, with your mother and father. You are their, I'm gonna go daughter. Your parents named you Heather, Danny, Mia, Kayla, Sophia, Michaela, Fiona. Let's go something else. Gosh. Custom name. Don't you just love custom name? So the question is something serious. Well, I'm gonna be a villain. So I should probably pick a good villain name. They named you... This is too much pressure. I'm just gonna name myself Tacky Glue, because there's some sitting on my desk. Your family name is... something else. I don't know why I picked this again. It's too much pressure to come up with a custom name. You won't believe this, but I actually do have another bottle of glue sitting on my desk. When you grow up in a small town, life seems to crawl along at an even pace. Everyone knows your name, everyone goes to the same schools. When you think back to those formative years, you realize... Yeah, that sounds like some Sasuke shit, you know? Like, I couldn't care less about that town. As you were growing up, your father and mother provided all you needed. A healthy family, food, clothes, love. Having grown up in harder times, their mission was to provide for their children, so life was easier for you than how your parents had it. You should want for nothing, your dad would say. He never failed on his promise. You were always shy back in high school and never seemed to focus on forming romantic relationships. But during college, you dated off and on and had a long-term relationship lasting your junior year. I'm gonna go kind of ace with it. You were never one for romantic relationships, and even to this day, you focus on other aspects of your life. After college, you took the path of most new graduates. You moved home. Soon afterwards, you focused on a career. Mm, that would be fun, to be charismatic. You accepted an entry-level job at a local television news station. After 6 months at the station, your work ethic coupled with good looks and charisma landed you a part-time spot as an on-air reporter. Your popularity grew with each passing month until you were made a permanent part of the Live at 5 nightly news show as a junior anchor. Aside from your charisma, you relied on your... Ooh, do I be brains of brawn? Let's see, I could be hot and strong, but hot and smart is a very deadly combination. We all remember, especially if you're trying to be a villain, remember Death Note? L, no, I'm sorry, Light, was definitely hot and smart, and that got him pretty far. And I have to say, I can't imagine he would have gotten any further, or even to the place he did, if, say, rather than being able to outsmart L, he just tried punching him. So I'm gonna go with smart. While you were originally hired for your social skills and appearance, you displayed a thorough knowledge of current events and the ability to speak on a variety of intellectual topics. The news team noticed and awarded you a weekly segment in which you provided insight into hot news topics and engaged in political debates and interviews. You thrived in your anchor role and grew to be a big news personality in a small market. Unfortunately, you fell victim to the cutthroat world of news television. A friend and colleague fed you false information, a scandal involving the mayor that would end her career. When you aired the report, the mayor's office countered the allegations, proved you wrong, and quickly discredited you. The news group fired you and provided no legal support on the subsequent civil lawsuit, and lawyer fees wiped out your savings. The worst part of losing your career and money was... Hmm. 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 Um... Yeah, I'm a tortured soul. I felt robbed. People stole my money, and I could do nothing to stop them. Now I just want to get them back. It also just occurred to me I haven't been reading the options I've been clicking. I'm going to try to do that from now on. As if a thief crept into your home at night, the mayor and her team of lawyers conspired to rob you of your hard-earned money and career. You lost it all and had no way to stop it. You will never forget what they did. In the past year, everything changed. Your father, once a prominent car dealer, disappeared one evening at the end of winter. You searched for him, and when you couldn't find him, you searched for any reasons why he was gone. Always a reasonable man, his unexplained disappearance left you unsettled and confused. I genuinely don't remember what, happened to father. Now I wonder... Oh, hang on. Ooh. Okay. Now I wonder if my newfound ability has something to do with his disappearance. It was that or I don't care why he left. I'm tempted. I'll be good. There must be a greater purpose to your power to stop time. It must be linked somehow to your father. Does this ability run in the family? Did your father see early signs of the ability and leave you? Something as phenomenal as controlling time must be linked to his disappearance. Despite your grief and worry about your father, you managed to earn your MBA from Penn State and worked at a small firm as a research associate. A headhunter recruited you for Eternity International in the sales division. You left a lot behind: family, friends, a community, loves. Moving to the big city, you adapted to the fast-paced lifestyle and hectic work schedules as best you could. Life back in the small town faded into memory. A month later, you can stop time. You turn off High Street into Melrose Avenue, a narrow, alley-like stretch of commercial buildings remodeled into low-rent apartments. Across from these buildings, a playground and recreation center take up space on the edge of the neighborhood, past a highway bordering the Delaware River. Your mind seems awakened, and as you stand on the front steps of your apartment building, something calls from inside, a voice telling you to try again, to stop time. Nervous energy builds in your limbs. You feel stressed, agitated. It's an itch you can't scratch. How are you able to stop time? Why now? Are people across the world developing powers, or just you? So many questions come to mind, and yet you don't know where to begin to have them answered. You glance around the area. Everything comes into bright focus, like peering through the lens of a high-powered camera. Teenagers play a pickup basketball game outside the rec center, and a few preschoolers chase each other on the grass while parents watch and gossip. A pair of toddlers play on the monkey bars, each one precariously close to falling. Barreling down the highway off-ramp, a double-wide pickup truck squeals as its brakes strain to slow the heavy load in its cargo bed. Oh, I guess, So I kind of wanted to be a villain, but I was mostly imagining myself as kind of just like a scumbag thief. And, like, that's not overtly, saving people isn't overtly against my ethos, but I'm just gonna be a scumbag. I didn't even pick athleticism as, like, one of my perks. You step across the street and enter the rec area through a gap in a chain-link fence. In the half-court, a mix of young adults toss around a basketball. Oh, what do I sound like? Mind, mind if I join you for a few minutes? You ask. The tallest of the crew, a pimple-faced guy with an LA Lakers jersey, glances over at you with curiosity. If you think you can hang with us, sure, he says with a smile. Marvin, sit out for a few. Lakers throws you the ball, and you rush towards the basket. Sweat breaks out over your forehead, and you can hear your heart pumping fast. The back of your head itches like before, but this time the pain swells like you've been hit in the base of your skull with a hammer. No sooner than you've taken 3 steps, a long arm cuts in front of you, ready to steal the ball, and just before the ball leaves your hand, time stops. The ball rolls out of your hands and bounces clumsily along the cement court. Lakers stands at a weird angle, frozen in position, mouth open, spittle hanging from his lips, perched forward in an impossible stance. You pick up the ball and stare at it. How is Lakers not falling, but the ball still bounces? You step back a few feet from your defender, clear your mind, aim, and shoot. Just as the ball rolls from your fingertips, you focus. With a blink, time starts. Lakers swings and misses, and the basketball flies through the air. With a swish, it slides to the net. "Oh, damn!" a player yells, and a series of laughs and vocal jabs fly at Lakers, who stand shocked at the basketball he just gave up. He stands up straight, arms on his hips, shaking his head. His face turns crimson, and he has a look as if his cartoon version would be blowing steam from his ears. He rips off his jersey and tosses it onto a wooden bench nearby. Bet you can't do it again. Want to make it interesting? I say. How about $20 I make the shot? Another player tosses you the ball, and you dribble, slow and steady, next to the sideline. Lakers stretches out over a few paces ahead, this time taking a much more defensive posture. His eyes lock on the ball. You fake left and twist right. Your heart skips a beat and you squeeze your eyes shut. Time stops. Once again, Lakers poses at the same impossible angle, his arms reaching to take the ball. Had you not stopped time, he would have blocked your motion with ease. But you dance to the side of him, close enough so it seems somewhat in the realm of possibility, and restart time. The ball shoots, hits the backboard, and falls through the net. Keep practicing, you say and pat Lakers on the back. He hands over a 20. I just don't get it, he mutters as you walk across the court and step back through the chain-link fence. Reaching the steps, landing into your building, you feel a sudden jab in your stomach, and your head throbs in quick pulses. Once you're through the door, sweat pours from your scalp and the stairs ahead of you spin. You reach for the wall and gain your balance. Your feet feel like barbells and you lug each leg up the next step. As you reach the center of the staircase, a blurry figure appears at the top of the landing. Fuck, Tacky Glue, are you okay? Comes the voice of your roommate, Olivia. She rushes downstairs. Sorry, I forgot I named myself Tacky Glue. She rushes downstairs, skipping a step at a time, and latches her arms around your waist. Stronger than she looks, she guides you up the rest of the way. From the top of the steps, excited barks echo through the hallway. Olivia's bull terrier pounds down the steps. Lobo, back inside, she yells. The dog bounces and spins, its nails like tap shoes on the hardwood floor. Should I call an ambulance? She speaks to you in a slow, even tone, but her body tenses and she's shaking, so you know she's holding back her panic. You moved in with her a month ago, your first friend in the new city. She showed you around town and introduced you to new cuisines, the arts, and the urban social scene. Going anywhere with Olivia meant complimentary dinners or drinks. Everyone's her friend. I'm fine, Livy. Just a bit dizzy. Seeing she looks no less concerned, you add, do I even have a job? Didn't I get fired? No, I'm like an insurance adjuster or something now. Yeah, I'll just go with that because I'm not athletic. This is believable. Truthfully, you have been pushing your body, and though it's not the real reason for your recent physical woes, you can certainly use some rest. You enter the open door of the apartment, and she wrestles you over to the couch. I heard a noise on the first floor and wondered who was banging, and when I saw you struggling to walk, I got so concerned. It's like when my grandma fell in the shower and I had to break down the door just to help her. Your eyes looked all far away, and now they look better, and I'm talking real fast because you make me nervous. She pulls back and stares with big brown eyes. But at least you're okay. Olivia heads into the kitchen and sits at the table. A mixture of clothing, framed artwork, and knickknacks cover the surface along with a laptop and camera. She pulls back her long black hair and ties it up into a bun. A tattoo on her back, the head of a serpent, peeks out from under wisps of hair crossing her neck. Your wooziness slowly fades and your vision clears. Moving into the kitchen, you smell the rich aroma of fresh brewed coffee and grab a mug from the cupboard. Your mouth waters and your stomach grumbles. You throw open the refrigerator door, grab a container of leftover Chinese food, and dive into it. Lobo sits at your feet, eyes following each forkful you take. If you're wondering, I'm taking photos of different things to sell online. In the corner of your vision, a cup flashes on the edge of the table as it topples over the edge. Without hesitation, you try to stop time. The cup hits the ground, shattering and spilling the hot liquid all over the kitchen floor. Time didn't stop. I'm so clumsy, Olivia says and grabs a towel. I wasn't paying attention and my elbow hit it. Lobo darts over, pushing his brown snout towards the glass. Out! Olivia shouts and points to the living room, but the dog just backs up a few steps. Olivia drops on hands and knees and wipes the liquid. You glance at the spilled drink and the broken cup. Despite your efforts, time did not stop. Was it a short-lived ability now gone forever? Will the power return once you've rested? Or was it all a dream, a figment of your imagination? You plunge a fork into the mound of fried rice and scoop a large chunk into your mouth. You've been listening to Olivia for the last few minutes as she skips from topic to topic. My mom called today. She sits next to you, her Phillies World Series hat resting on the table. My sister is planning her wedding. I can't believe I'm not there. I wish I could go to New York more often. She snaps photos of the hat from different angles. If I can raise enough cash, I can take a trip there. But enough about me. Sorry, Tacky Glue, how was your day? I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be upfront. I know she's just gonna be a liability later if I ever become a villain, but I don't know. I like Liv. She's my friend. I had a crazy day. For a while, I was able to stop time. Olivia nods and turns with a smile. Sometimes, when I'm waiting for my next client, I get so bored it seems like time is stopping. But I'm sure work will pick up. Olivia's phone buzzes and she types out a text. Maybe this isn't the best time to share your news with her. How are things at the tattoo shop? Great, Olivia says, perking up. I've been really practicing my line work, which is something I struggled with my first year. I have my own station now, and I'm building up my clients. I wish I was making more, but Kara says I have to pay my dues. She thinks I have what it takes to run a shop one day. What about you? Insurance work can't be your passion. No, it's definitely not my passion. But until I win the lottery, I'll work there. Olivia smirks. If you win, hire me as your personal tattoo artist. I can use a wealthy client. Giving tattoos to other starving artists leaves me, well, starving. Olivia stands and opens the refrigerator. She taps her foot on the linoleum, which makes a sharp echo through the tiny apartment. I like having a conversation like this. Some days at work are so busy, I barely get to talk to anyone but a client, and I may never see them again. Why did you move from New York if all your family is there? I was apprenticing at a tattoo shop in Brooklyn, and my boss decided to open a new location here in a different city. She wanted me to continue working under her, and I just felt it was a great opportunity. I really didn't want to move, trust me. My father was crazy upset when I told him I was going. My mother cried, and my sister wouldn't speak to me for days. But they finally came to understand this was an amazing opportunity for me and an advance to my career. Olivia's eyes drift to stare out the window. What about you? Why did you move? I was recruited to work for Eternity International. Well, I know that, but what made you leave? I mean, you left your family. I'm sure you had lots of friends. I had trouble finding work in my hometown and felt this company provided the job security I needed. You know what I like about you, Tacky Glue? Olivia says with a ponderous look. You are a very responsible person. You make really mature decisions. Olivia glances at her watch, rises, and grabs a bag of Chow Chow dog food. The dog rushes to the bowl and pushes his nose into the dry kibble while she's still pouring it. Lobo, get back! Sorry, Tacky Glue. What were you saying? I'm done. The door slams shut in the living room, and the TV goes on. The sound of baseball fills the living room. Your other roommate, Raj, bounds into the kitchen, gazing back at the flat screen in the other room. What do we have here? He shoots around the kitchen table and grabs the Phillies hat. No, Olivia says, and jumps from her seat. She takes the hat back and shoves him in a playful way, though he hovers over the camera to see the shot. Cool, how much you asking? I think I can get $50. Think I can get $50? Olivia asks. I'll sign these Chase Utley's name, and you can get $300 on eBay, Raj says. I'm not gonna cheat people, she says and takes the photo. She lifts the hat and drops it into a box of other sports memorabilia. Raj slides out a kitchen chair far enough into the living room to see the TV. Oh, I borrowed your car today. It was pulling to the right, so I took it to my cousin. He realigned it. Olivia turns, hand on her hip, like an angry parent. You didn't tell me you were borrowing it. I almost had to take Tacky Glue to the hospital earlier. How would I drive her if you have my keys? What's wrong? Raj says, turning to you with a look of sincere concern. Just dizzy. It's not a big deal. Call me next time. I'll come get you. I had no idea. I know, Raj. Really, I'm fine. You've only known Raj a few short weeks, but he means what he says. He's the kind of guy to give you the shirt off his back if you wore none, though you'd wonder what store he robbed to get it. Thank you for getting my car fixed, Olivia says. How much do I owe your cousin? Nothing, believe me. He owes me. And I borrow your car enough, so fair's fair. Raj stretches out his long body to view the television. Remember, tomorrow night, I'm taking you both out to celebrate my birthday. We're headed to the casino. The new one, the Saturn. That's right, you're turning 30, the big 3-0. Olivia's eyes stretch out to show her excitement. But why are you taking us out? It's your birthday. I want to spend my birthday with my favorite people and want no excuses why you can't go. That's so nice, Olivia says. Now let's talk presents, Raj says and puts on a serious face. I like diamonds, maybe a nice gold chain. A BMW would be nice. If you want to give me money, that's fine. Please, large bills, no personal checks. For my party, maybe rent a suite, a dozen strippers, a DJ, nothing too fancy. You know, keep it classy. Right. On my budget, you're getting a hug, a birthday card, and maybe I'll bake you a cake. Deal. But we're going to the casino, right? Tacky glue? I love to gamble. I'm in, I say. I can't wait to try... can't wait to try my hand with Lady Luck. It was a poor decision to go this route for my character's voice. Nice, I have a partner now, Raj says. I say we hit up every table, warm up with roulette, play some craps, maybe a shoe of blackjack, then on to some 3-card poker or Texas Hold'em. Can't wait. Raj slaps his hands together and rubs them like he's warming them up. Olivia clears the table of her camera and the goods she's selling. I'll see you two later. I'm working tonight. Damn, Livy, that's every night this week, Raj says, turning down the volume of the TV. Olivia steps past the couch and grabs her coat. I'm taking off for your birthday, though. See you in a bit. Raj leans back on the couch. A look of pain crosses his face, and he sits back up and digs in the back pocket of his jeans. He takes out a huge wallet and a wad of cash, which he tosses on the old coffee table you took from home when you moved out. The money fans out, and you see hundreds of dollars in crisp 20s. Raj sees you eyeing the stack and snatches the money up. My rent money. I forgot to give Liv a check. By the way, here's the 100 I owe you from last month. Raj, I told you not to pay me back, since you paid all those groceries last month. Groceries are nothing. Take the 100. I appreciate you spotting me. Raj takes a large gulp of soda and leans back again. So, let's talk. Is that really rent money? Raj watches the television and lifts the soda can to his lips. He takes a long drink and wipes his mouth on his sleeve. Yeah, I just keep forgetting to get new checks, so I took cash out of the ATM. He keeps his eyes on the TV screen, but they dart to you and back in rapid succession. Anyway, I'll give Olivia my share of rent when she comes back. Raj heads into the kitchen. Damn, I think Livy used every plate and glass in the cabinet. He opens the dishwasher and rinses out a soup pot in the sink. Dishes and cups clank, and water rushes from the faucet. Ceramic screeches on ceramic, and Raj hums some unfamiliar song. You cringe as each plate hits the dishwasher rack. Lobo stands up from beside the couch, hangs his head, and trots off into Olivia's room. How's the game? Raj asks. I have no interest in sports, but it's important to Raj, so I tell him. The opposing... Oh, The opposing team looks to be on all the base things. Damn it. Now they're too similar. Damn it, Raj says and slams the dishwasher door shut. He runs over and climbs the top of the couch and drops down. Why are you so interested in this specific game? I'm just a die-hard fan, Raj says in a harsh tone. His eyes dart to the TV screen and back to you. What's the big deal? Aren't there things you're really serious about? Yeah, I was just curious. Oh, okay. I just got the feeling you were judging me. He lifts the can of soda and takes a long sip. It's not like I'm spending all my money. I just bet a few dollars here and there. I'm fine to talk about it. I just don't want you to lecture me like I'm a gambling addict. It's your money. Do what you want. Good of you to say, Raj says and sits back on the couch next to you. He taps your knee with his head. Hand. It's not like it's a lot of money. It just makes the games more interesting. We all have fun in different ways, right? Raj darts to the TV and throws his hands up. Home run! Yes! Finally, these bums are starting to hit. I still need 2 runs. He plops back on the couch. You get the impression the baseball game is winning over Raj's attention. Do you have any other plans for celebrating your birthday? Raj's eyes widen at the question. A few of my buddies want to take me out. They said something about the off-track horse races. I've only been there once. Great place. You drink, smoke cigars, gamble. Real gentleman stuff. And my cousins are hosting dinner for me next weekend with all our food like we have back home. In India? No. Alaska. Yeah, in India. We're from the south. Bangalore. Bangalore. There it is. We're from the south, Bangalore. They make the spiciest food. I can't get it here in restaurants, so when it's homemade, it's the best. When people say spicy here, we feed that level to infants in Bangalore. Raj cackles and claps his hands together. Anyway, that's my birthday plans. You two fools better do it right at the casino. Lots of competition. Raj flashes an impish smile. Raj moves to the dishwasher, loads it with dirty dishes and mugs, and turns on the wash cycle. He cleans the kitchen table with a damp cloth and shakes his head as he wipes down the surface. I love Livy, but God is she messy. Your head starts tingling near the base of your neck, but you squeeze your eyes shut and the sensation disappears. I'm done. I'm tired. Maybe it's best if I go to bed, you say and rise from the couch. Raj glances over. His expression turns to a look of concern. Are you alright? You look like you're in pain. I'm fine, Raj. I just need to lie down. Alright, Tacky Glue, take it easy, Raj says, not looking away from the baseball game. Your room is sparse and well kept with just the bare essentials. There wasn't much to move from home, and most of the new furniture is someone else's used furniture bought through a Craigslist shopping spree. You set your alarm for 6:30 a.m. It's an old plastic clock your mother gave you on your 10th birthday. The wide black wings of a penguin act as the hands of the clock, ticking with finite precision. Every second counted, every motion exact. You stick your finger on the number 12 and wait for the penguin's right wing to tick around the circle. Just as the hand pauses, the last second before it completes its cycle, you draw your finger back and let the hand swing through the number mark. You think back on the events of the day. Where did this ability to stop time come from? Why did it happen? Will the ability return, or is it gone forever? All you know are several key facts. Time stood still until you commanded it to start. You felt drained from the act of stopping time, and some physical component, headache, nausea, fatigue, accompanied each act. You tested yourself today but didn't push hard. Still, the power to stop time disappeared. When you think about your newfound ability, you feel anxious for its return. I already miss the thrill of having such a powerful ability. Having such an ability was the most exciting thing that had ever happened in your life. You wanted to use your new talents in greater ways, but never had the chance. You can only hope that it will return tomorrow, and that you'll have the ability long enough to use it to better your life. Alright, and here we are, start of chapter 2, and that's where I'm going to stop, because it's incredibly tiring to speak this long, I guess. So, see you next time, bye!